Hello, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. It is that time of the month again where we go through my ultimate team and I'll show you what's changed and do a little bit of a club tour for you. So if you do enjoy this sort of thing, do me a favour, hit that thumbs up button right at the start of the video. The closer we can get to 1,000 likes, the better. Let's get stuck into it, shall we? So I'm going to start things off with the German Bundesliga. I don't think a huge amount has changed in this league for me. However, we do have, of course, one new different card design in the squad, and that is the FUTWIZ Januzovic. I've not had a chance to actually use him yet, but this was one of the cheapest FUTWIZ cards that came out, and when you look at those in-game stats, you sort of wonder why. He was a very, very cheap player to get, and I'm sure a lot of you have tested him out. If you have, do me a favour and let me know down below in the comment section if he's worth a go. This guy will link strong to David Alaba, of course, so that could be a new option for you in the Bundesliga if you're building squads and stuff. It could be a cheap version of like Vidal, for instance, getting that strong link off to the Austrian left back. So that's the Bundesliga. There's nothing great going on here, just because it's not that time of year, you know. We've got to wait on to later on in the season when some of these players get really cool informs. I decided to pass on the FUTWIZ version of Timo Werner just because he seemed super expensive at the time, and I promised myself that I'm keeping some of my coins for like prime icon Ronaldinho or something. Whenever that comes, like I'm trying to save myself for Ronaldinho. So doing every single FUTWIZ SBC as much as I wanted to would have been a bad move. So that's Bundesliga. I am still sitting on a inform Vidal. I paid $395. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm over 100k down. Yeah, well, look at that. We're at 302. We've got 245 bid. I mean, I could be over 100k down right there, but he's very solid. He fits into like my main team, so happy to keep him for now. Getting that strong link to Boateng for sure. But yeah, it is what it is. You lose money over time with special high-rated informs, right? Next up then we have the Calcio A. And for this particular league, there's a couple of different changes in here. However, we've probably lost a couple of very good players. Did I have Mertens last month? I'm not too sure. But I tend to, again this year, in the like, me trying to hold on to as many coins as possible. I don't have like the best of league squads every time. Last year I think I had quite impressive squads in each and every category. This year I tend to try and get icons wherever I can because they're my favourite. And if I buy a player for a review, I don't necessarily keep them anymore. I'll offload them just because, I don't know, I don't see the point. It seems a waste to have stuff in your club that you're not always trying to use, right? And I don't get a chance to use all of these guys as it is, so having even more expensive versions of stuff in there is just a bad move. But we did the FUTWIZ Koulibaly. He is one of my favourite centre-backs on this game, so I was actually kind of happy. I know it was about 100k, but I was happy to go ahead and complete his SBC and unlock the big 6'5" man mountain in the game, because like 87 defending, 88 physical. Oh, yes, he's quick as well, which is madness. I probably had Chiellini last month, but I packed him at some point, I guess, during the Black Friday madness. So I've got Chiellini. I also picked up an Alexandro and haven't looked back, haven't decided to sell him. I probably should, because there's not an awful lot of times where I find myself needing an Alexandro. However, I imagine he's probably down in price. Oh, no. Do you know what? I reckon he's about the same as what I paid for him. So that's actually not bad. I could sell him and get the odd 60k back. But as you guys can see, I am sitting on like over 3 mil at the moment. So I'm all good. I don't need to necessarily get rid of a player like that. In the midfield, I used the Ultimate Scream Khedira for a video at some point over the last month. And I decided to keep him because I paid like 34k for him. And I imagine like over the next couple of weeks, we'll probably get boosts on these. If that happens, he goes up to a usable level for me to either stick into an SBC or flog, so I'll do that then. And then we've got nothing special in the attack really. It's kind of looking a bit average, but the leagues get better as we go on. We have now got La Liga. La Liga is the Spanish league, of course, and there's a little bit of colour in it this time. We've got different card designs galore. We have still got the likes of Semedo and Varane in the squad. Yeah, they are like the standards. You want to get them into your team if possible. In the midfield, I mean, Jonathan Vieira is good. I'd probably prefer to use Casemiro, but I wanted to put like the colourful looking players in the squad, and I guess by saying that, I should probably at least replace this guy with this guy. Saul, great player, used him in a squad builder yesterday. Probably going to keep hold of him because he was a fun player and he actually did a really, really good job. I liked him in FIFA 17, like him again this year as well. And then I did the FUTWIZ Paulinho because, like, look at the stats. They're pretty mad, actually. And across the board, they're good. You might even say that some of Januzovic's stats look way better, and that could be the case, especially in the agility and balance department. But you know what? I like Paulinho, performs well for me normally, so a special version of him I'm sure would do the same. Used him for 5 games and he's been pretty good so far. And then I have Dembele, I have the untradeable Sansone, and then I do also have a Ben Yedder in the club. Again, that was used in yesterday's Rainbow Squad. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link in the top right corner. Make sure you go and check that one out because it was a pretty cool looking team actually yesterday. So that's the La Liga. I've got French League here as well. Now this squad's, again, there's like 3 FUTWIZ players that came out from the French League. There was probably more, but these are the 3 that I completed. And I've got to say, I was happy with my purchases. They were all cheap ones, actually. To get Munier, he was very, very cheap, and his stats are nuts. Just take a look at him. Oh my god, yeah, agility, balance, free kick accuracy are terrible, but other than that, just a mad player, and he's 6'3" as well. Fabinho, been impressed with him, really like the stats on him as well, good dribbling, good defending, good physical on the Brazilian, and then we got Draxler, who I've got to say, I've been less than impressed with, and that's annoying, but he was about 30 to 40k, for an 86 rated special item. Maybe I can dump him into an SBC along the way. If that's the case, I'm not too bothered about doing that. He hasn't really impressed me. I wish he was a cam. I do have an Mbappe in my club. I don't know why. Lastly, why have you got an Mbappe in your club? You've not been using him, man. I bought him. I bought him for 70,000. I've not played a game with him. How come I've got one in the club? Not too sure. I imagine he's about 40k right now. Yes, brilliant. That is just trading with Lasty, basically. And then we have the 90 rated SBC Cavani, League SBC. I probably got him just to put into a squad at some point, and I bought him absolutely ages ago. Waste of money. He's good. He's great, but like if I hadn't have got him and I bought him now, I'd be better off for it. So yeah, lesson learned. Don't just buy players for the sake of it, guys. And then the other league that we've got, of course, is the Premier League, and this one's looking pretty mighty, I've got to say. Things were looking good in the Prem. We got loads and loads of FUTWIZ players there, and I did complete quite a lot of them as well. On the bench, I have a pack pulled 89 rated Mesut Ozil. Could have sold him, but he was under 100k, and I figured, like, at some point in time, we're probably going to need a really high-rated inform, and if that's the case, I'll just use this one, or I'll flog him if his price rises because of, you know, due to being needed for an SBC. I've got other special players here. We've got Musa. He was a FUTWIZ item. He's actually very, very clinical, very good. I got like 15 goals, 6 assists in 11 games with him. Madness of a player. Mane is still on the bench. I still really like him. One of the best players we had from the start of the game. In the defense, then, we picked up the FUTWIZ Van Dijk. A solid player, but if you play both of these two in a squad, you're going to get mullered. They've both got high attacking work rates, and that's not necessarily what you want. I've had this Aurier in my club for ages. Should have sold him during the hype of him potentially getting an inform. Went up to like 70k. That would have doubled my money right there, and I forgot to sell him. I sold him on the road to glory, but I forgot to sell him on the main account, so that sucks. We've got loads of FUTWIZ in the midfield as well. Wijnaldum, he was cheap, and Herrera wasn't cheap, but I've got to say, the stats on that card look pretty solid, and you go across here and there's loads of green, and he's been a good player for me as well. Do enjoy using the Spaniard there for Man United. I got Ibra, had to get Ibra, right? You know my thing, me and Ibra, buddies. But yeah, he's been a little bit less usable than I thought he would be. I think bringing him back to cam is going to help him a little bit for me because that pace is low. But overall, like, pretty good working as a 2-striker formation if you've got someone really, really quick. And then we have Salah, player of the month, the latest player of the month. Antonio's got some mad stats, actually. He's a fun player to use. But yeah, Salah coming in with the player of the month. Matt HD Gamer went to meet this guy. 96 pace, 92 dribbling on the Egyptian king. Just a good card. Shame about the weak foot, though, right? That is about the biggest problem that I have with this player. So that's the EPL. Those are all the leagues done. I've got best, and I've got players I've met. That was what I did on Christmas. I'll show you that one right now. Obviously, I've moved Antonio back up to like a striker, so he's gonna let the chemistry down of this team. But yeah, this is the squad that I put out on Christmas Day, a squad of all players that I've met. So all of these guys I've either got pictures with or been in the same room with and stuff, which is pretty awesome, pretty amazing, and yeah, like a cool team to build. And of course, using a couple of icons in there to help get chemistry together. But it's mainly a Prem team, right? You know, there's as expected, the sort of players that I've met are the ones that are in the English league and that. So yeah, a cool team there. Go and watch that video if you haven't done so already. I'll show you all the pictures that I've got with the players. We do the squad with it as well, so it's all good. Hybrid number 1. I just put together a couple of cool teams that might work on FIFA. Let me know if you feel like they could work on the game. So we've got some Brazilians going on at the back here, a little trio, linking of different leagues, and then out with a strong link on either side to like Munier, the Belgian, and then Alexandro, the Brazilian, and then 2 triangles of Cam. I don't think this works at all. How can I? What have I even done here? I had it different. I don't know why it's not working. But anyway, that's a pretty abysmal display. I wonder what we can do. Can we do anything to get this up? I mean, you could literally put this guy there, but that's not going to work. So we'll do concept squad for now, and we'll stick a Lewandowski up there to get that Bayern trio going on. But yeah, I was obviously midway thinking through that, and then for some reason just left it. And then you got like a Sterling on the wrong side here that I'm sure you could put someone different there. And of course linking up just an English trio. There's probably someone English in the Prem that we could use. Let's have a little look, since as we've gone. Who would work there? I mean, would Son work there? Son would work because it gets the links out to Ali and stuff, or we could just use the regular one right there, of course. Yeah, Son would work because there's enough links between those 3 players. So there's a little option for you for a hybrid squad or a mixed squad. And then what else have I got here? Hybrid number 2 is a 4-3-3-4. It's got a lot of mental players in there as well as a lot of like meta players. So you've got the likes of Jonathan Tah, you've got Martial, Jesus, who are like players that just work on the game even though they're low rated. And then you've got the special players such as Promes, you've got Hullet, Ronaldinho, and like Ander Herrera and stuff. So a pretty cool team mixed of players that both work and then are super expensive. So a cool team nonetheless. And then I guess the only other one I've got to show you is my best team. This is currently the squad that I would rock if I was really trying hard and stuff. Just a bunch of players that are awesome. Obviously loads and loads of icons because they are my favourite thing on the game. I have Neuer in goal. Schmeichel's not great, to be honest. I can't wait to get rid of him in an SBC for someone better. But Neuer linking to Boateng, linking to Vidal. That's a strong combo. And of course I have Roberto Carlos, so I have no need to get the likes of Alaba. You know, I have Roberto Carlos here, who is the best SBC I've ever done. He's so good. I love him. Best million coins you could spend, in my opinion. He's so much fun. I bought Laurent Blanc ages ago. I probably had him in last month's video. I wonder actually what his price is right now. I bought him for like over 900, and he is way below that. I reckon you can, well, 870 being the cheapest on the market. So I haven't actually lost that much. But it was a time where I was trying to figure out if I was going to do the Rio SBC or get a tradable icon. And I could have done the Rio SBC for just over 1 million coins and he would have been untradable. Or for now, I could just hang on, buy myself a Blanc, sell him if I want him, and then go ahead and do like a Maldini or someone like that, whoever comes out in the near future. Also, in this team, we do have Ruud Gullit again. Best player on the game. No doubt about it. Just the best at everything on FIFA 18. Cannot wait for a 93 rated version of him. If I'm able to sell it, I mean, I paid 2.7. I got a really good deal on Gullit. That's at the start of the game. I'm thinking he's like 1 million coins more than that. Yeah, there's only 3 on the market and he's over 1 mil from what I paid. So that's huge profits right there, you know. So sometimes I mess up, sometimes I do good. If I could sell him for like 3.8 and then when his prime came out I could do the SBC and get the 93 rated version for like less than or the same as what I actually paid for the 90, that I'd be buzzing with that because you'd get some special packs along with it, could potentially do well. And yeah, you swap a tradable player for an untradable, but 1, he'll be better. 2, I'm never selling this Gullit unless it's for another Gullit. So he's staying well in the club. The one I am thinking about selling right now is Ronaldinho, because I've been using him as like a player that just plays alongside other people that I'm trying to review and stuff. I'm not trying to get goals with him because I've already reviewed him. I've already made the videos about Ronaldinho. So he's got hardly any goals and hardly any assists in the games that I've played just because he's been in there. But I paid how much? 3.3. Oh my god, I think he's under 3 mil at this point. I hope not. Yeah, he is. He's literally under 3 mil. I mean, he's about, that might even sell, that one there, for 2.999. But that kind of sucks, right? You know, losing loads of coins on a player like that. But I've had fun with him. He is a good player. But yeah, Ronaldinho, like, if I can sell that one and get the Prime version when that comes out, hopefully soon. I really want R10 as soon as possible. That would be pretty sick. So let's go ahead and take a little look at the other players that I've got in my club. I'll go through a few pages. I've obviously got some loans. R9, I've not touched him, I don't dare. I need his Prime to come out so I can get the loan of that, and then that would add 20 plus the 5. I'd have 25 games to play with R9, and then I'd maybe even try him a little bit, you know. I don't want to not have any potential games left with R9 on this account. I've only got 6 left with Henry, that's scary. Del Piero, Hadji, Roberto Carlos, Hernandez, Petit, Ferdinand, like, these are some pretty good players. And then we go on to the 3 tradable icons that I own. I've obviously got a lot of untradable ones. The special cards you're probably seeing in all of my squads right now. And then just certain players. These are like week 1 informs and some very low rated ones that I'll either throw into SBCs or wait until they get rare and then maybe sell them for a bit of profit. But I also have a fair amount of like high rated players that I wouldn't necessarily use that are either going to go into SBCs at some point or I should probably sell. I might have a bit of a club clear out soon just to, if I sell that Ronaldinho for 3 mil, sell some of the guys that I'm not using in here. Like Lacazette's someone I'm probably not really using at the moment. Bought him for the selfie squad and he is, I could get like 60 or 70k out of him. Probably be worth selling that and that Mbappe and stuff that I'm not using. Really get my coins up, ready for like team of the year and stuff, so I can maybe get myself a Ronaldo or a Messi or something, whoever comes out. I'm sure they'll both be in it, right? And then we get down to like 84s. I've still got a bunch of them. Still got loads of 83s that I might sell with the team of the week packs. Obviously things are kind of expensive. I actually got loads of them. Got a bunch on the transfer list as well to try and make a bit of profit. Hopefully we can do that. So that's the club tour, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. I'll go to special and then we can get to the untradables as well so you can see them. But yeah, I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favour and hit that thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do one of these videos every single month. And you can always click back and see like how my club has changed along the way if you're interested in that sort of thing. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day and I'll catch you next time. Peace.